Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tom Worth Jr. We've had some development in Europe with Ukraine mineral rights and with the German election and who looks to be the new chancellor over there, Merz. Um, with Ukraine minerals, this is just another about face by Trump. This is something that Zelensky proposed months ago, helping pay for the war and for really the rebuilding of Ukraine using mineral wealth that the country has. A lot of it is tied up in the part that Russia occupies now, but they still have hundreds of billions of dollars worth of minerals value, and this is what Trump demanded, that they just hand over $500 billion worth to pay for what we have already provided in aid, which is something 100 billion or so. Completely ridiculous. That was last week. Well, they've apparently come to a deal, and I say apparently because I think we all recall Trump's first term when he would announce deals all the time that had been struck with foreign governments, and then the foreign government would have no idea what he was talking about and say, no, that's not true, and nothing would ever come of it. This is kind of the opposite of that. This is some Ukrainian ministers who are speaking anonymously, saying that they had come to an agreement, and Zelensky would actually be in Washington later this week to sign a deal with Trump. And Trump has said that Zelensky would be coming to Washington to work out some kind of deal. Supposedly there's still no security guarantees in this deal. So you might say, why? What is the difference between this and what Trump proposed last week? Why is Ukraine just handing over some hundreds of billions worth of mineral rights? Even if it's not 500 billion, maybe it's 2 or 300 billion. Who knows how much it is? Well, Ukraine needs to keep fighting, and they need Starlink to keep the lights on. Not have Elon Musk pull the plug. So if and supposedly this would be future mineral rights to pay for ongoing support, not necessarily future security guarantees from the U.S., but for ongoing support. Trump himself did say that a deal would allow Ukraine to continue the fight. And that's just shocking to me. Like, again, I'll believe it when I see it. That he would do this, that he would allow Ukraine to keep sending, for us to keep sending money and arms to Ukraine to fight Putin. I mean, I don't know. It seems impossible to me. It seems too good to be true. So that's what I think it is. But as of now, Ukraine thinks they have a deal, and Trump thinks Zelensky's coming to D.C. later this week to sign something. So we'll see, I guess. With Merz, who will be the Chancellor of Germany, he's been talking about teaming up with France and Britain with their nukes. And this is the entire purpose of NATO. This was something that we worked out partially to keep Europe from tearing itself apart again. I mean, the overriding concern, of course, was protection from Soviet domination and Soviet expansion. But we wanted Europe to spend, and they wanted each other to be spending their money on rebuilding their countries and getting their economies going and taking care of their people, and not spending all their money on arms buildups and army buildups. Because when you build up an army, when you build up an arsenal, when you build a bunch of tanks and airplanes and warships, you're going to find a way to use them. Even the United States does that. We help out all over the world, but we do use our weapons of war because we have them, and we paid a lot of money for them. So if Europe starts spending 5% instead of the under 2% that they were spending, and some of them are spending closer to 3 or 4% now, if they get that up to 5%, and it's all of them, it's France and Germany and England joining Sweden and Finland, and I don't know. I mean, where are you going to put all those guys, those soldiers? Where are you going to put all those planes and tanks? You're going to find something to do with them. And are you going to line them up on the border facing Russia? Well, what's that going to do to Russia? How is that going to make them feel? They already feel completely insecure, even without European armies amassed on their borders. So this has been what we've been striving for decades and been able to achieve under the accepted blanket of U.S. protection. When countries don't have to field their own armed forces, it means they don't have to worry about each other, and wars don't accidentally break out. And that's just a win-win for everyone. Not quite everyone, because America does have to foot the bill for that, and that's what a whole lot of Americans have been so upset about, enough to elect Trump. But that, I don't know, that just, it might get us the dollars back in the coffers right now, but at what cost? Another European war, a wider European conflict. That the costs to that would be immeasurable. This is why you spend money on defense, to prevent wars from happening. It's called peace through strength. It's always been here. We had the Pax Britannica, we had the Pax Romana, and it's just when you have a dominant power, that you don't have problems. And this is what we need to get back to. But it's not going to be the United States anymore, and it's not going to be Russia. I don't know, maybe it'll be China eventually, but I don't think so. You're not going to have one dominant power anymore. You're going to have several. And if these European leaders have their way, if Germany's completely rearming again, I don't know. I mean, I love Germany and I love Germans. We all have memories. We know Germany is just, they have such economic might. They have such ingenuity. They work hard. They have resources. They have wealth. I mean, I like peaceful Germany. I think the whole world does. And if Putin's grand plan is to get the United States to abandon Germany, he is clearly not thinking ahead, because Russia feared Germany more than they ever feared the United States. I mean, Germany actually invades Russia, and the United States does not. So you might be careful what you wish for, Mr. Putin, because it sounds like you're going to get it. It's looking like you're going to get it. And that is a fully rearmed Europe with all of their bristling weapons pointed straight at you. And good luck with that. That's what I'm thinking about tonight, and we will talk tomorrow.